The crisp autumn air of Dayton, Ohio, held a particular chill in 1978, a chill that went far deeper than the changing season. It was a chill that burrowed into the hearts of those who lived there, a creeping dread that followed the disappearance of a young girl, a girl who vanished without a trace on a seemingly ordinary day. Her name was Sharon Lynn Pretorius, and she was only 13 years old. Her life, like the leaves turning gold and crimson, was on the cusp of something new, something bright. But that brightness was extinguished, leaving behind a void that continues to haunt the community to this day. Sharon, described by those who knew her as a vibrant and responsible teenager, had a typical routine. Like many young people in those days, she supplemented her allowance by delivering newspapers for the local Dayton Daily News. It was a job that provided a sense of purpose, a taste of independence. Every afternoon, she'd gather her papers, meticulously fold them, and set out to collect payments from her route, a familiar circuit through the tree-lined streets of her neighborhood. It was a task she knew well, a task that rarely presented any danger, a well-trodden path in the quiet suburban landscape. But on one fateful afternoon, that routine, that familiarity, would transform into a nightmare. The Pretorius family were like any other. They were a close-knit family, their home a place of warmth and laughter. Sharon was deeply loved by her parents, Robert and Dolores, and her siblings, who looked up to their bright and inquisitive older sister. She was a good student, excelling in her classes at school, and a friendly girl with a ready smile that could light up a room. She had a circle of friends with whom she shared secrets and dreams, and aspirations like any other teenager on the cusp of adolescence. She was just starting to discover who she was, her personality budding like a flower in spring. The thought of her vanishing into thin air was a concept that was incomprehensible to those who knew her, a cruel twist of fate that defied all logic. The loss of Sharon shattered her family. A piece of them was gone, and the wound never truly healed, a constant ache that resonated through their lives. The day Sharon disappeared, she left home as usual, a brisk walk from their modest house. She was carrying her trusty canvas bag, worn from countless rounds of collecting money from her newspaper customers. She was wearing a jacket, perhaps a simple plaid one, and maybe a colorful scarf, ready to face the cool autumn wind that was a signature of the season in Ohio. The specific details of that day are lost to the mists of time, as are the precise details of her last known steps. What route did she take that afternoon? Who did she speak to, if anyone? Did she have any inkling of danger? Any cause for concern that she might have brushed aside? These questions became haunting echoes in the suffocating silence that followed her disappearance, a phantom chorus that played on repeat in the minds of her distraught family and the wider community. As the evening wore on, and the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, eerie shadows across the familiar Ohio landscape, Sharon didn't return home. This was highly unusual. Her family, initially experiencing a gnawing sense of worry, soon found themselves consumed by a rising tide of panic as the hours ticked by with agonizing slowness and there was still no sign of her. They frantically called friends, neighbors, anyone who might have seen her or had any information. But the trail, if there ever was one, had grown cold with alarming speed. The last time she was seen, she was simply doing her job, a seemingly innocuous act that had, unbeknownst to her, led her into the heart of a terrifying mystery. The mystery surrounding Sharon's disappearance remains unsolved, a chilling testament to the fact that the truth sometimes lies buried beneath the surface, hidden from view, inaccessible to the light of day. There were whispers, of course, as there often are in the wake of such inexplicable events. Rumors circulated through the community, hushed conversations in grocery store aisles and at church gatherings. Whispers of a dangerous individual, someone who might have been lurking in the shadows, preying on vulnerable young girls in the area. Whispers of a nondescript car, perhaps a dark sedan, seen cruising near her route, a vehicle that was never identified or linked to any suspect. But these whispers, like fleeting shadows in the night, offered no concrete answers, no tangible evidence to grasp onto. They were the desperate projections of a community grappling with the unthinkable. The story of Sharon Lynn Pretorius is one that echoes in the annals of unsolved crimes, It serves as a poignant reminder of the inherent vulnerability of children, the terrifying randomness of tragedy, and the enduring, sometimes flickering power of hope in the face of overwhelming despair. The case also touches upon the larger context of the late 1970s, a decade that saw a palpable increase in societal fear. This era witnessed the unsettling rise of serial killers, their chilling acts of violence leaving a trail of unanswered questions and unsolved cases that plagued several areas across the nation. This period was also marked by the unsettling and unsolved Santa Rosa hitchhiker murders that were mentioned in connection with this Reddit post. The Santa Rosa hitchhiker murders, a series of disappearances and deaths involving several young women who were last seen hitchhiking in Sonoma County, California, occurred a few years after Sharon went missing. This chilling case, which also remains unsolved, highlights the era's growing sense of unease and vulnerability. The prevalence of hitchhiking as a means of transportation, the relative lack of widespread communication tools like cell phones, and the limitations of law enforcement resources at the time all contributed to an environment of pervasive fear and uncertainty that characterized the period. While there is no direct, proven connection between the Santa Rosa cases and Sharon's disappearance in Ohio, the fact that they occurred around the same time and shared similar themes of young women vanishing without a trace reflects the palpable sense of unease that had permeated the nation. They stand as stark reminders of the hidden dangers that can lurk in the shadows of everyday life. The lack of closure for Sharon's family is perhaps the most devastating and enduring aspect of the case. They have spent decades living with the agonizing unknown, with the gnawing pain of not knowing what happened to their beloved daughter and sister. The impact of her disappearance has rippled through generations, leaving an indelible mark on the fabric of their family history. The search for answers, though perhaps not a physical one, has become a deeply personal and enduring mission, a testament to their unwavering love and commitment. Her memory lives on through them, their love for her a constant, unwavering flame that refuses to be extinguished by time or circumstance. Today, Sharon would be a woman in her late 50s. What would she be like? What paths would she have taken? What dreams would she have realized? What kind of life would she have built, filled with the joys and challenges that mark the passage of years? These are the painful questions that her family continues to ponder in quiet moments, the agonizing reminders of all that was stolen from them on that autumn afternoon. Her case represents the unsolved mysteries that continue to haunt communities across the country, the enduring enigmas that refuse to fade into obscurity. The files may be cold, but the hearts of those who knew her still burn with a fierce desire for justice, a deep longing for answers that may never come. The search for Sharon continues, not in a physical sense, but in the cherished memories of those who loved her and in the enduring hope that one day, the truth will finally come to light, bringing some measure of peace to those who have waited so long. The disappearance of Sharon Lynn Pretorius is a story of profound sorrow, a story of the heartbreaking fragility of life, and a story of enduring, albeit painful, hope. It is a stark reminder that behind every cold case, every unsolved mystery, there is a family yearning for answers, a family still waiting for the closure that will allow them to finally begin to heal. The story of Sharon Lynn Pretorius will forever be a testament to a life cut tragically short, a life that deserved to be lived to its fullest. It will remain an enduring mystery that serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of vigilance in our communities, the significance of looking out for one another, and the profound, lasting impact that the disappearance of just one missing person can have on an entire city.